What's up, guys? Coach McEvoy here with Gonzaga Lacrosse. Today I'm going to be going over one of my favorite drills. It's shadow defense. It's very similar to shadow boxing in that we're prepping for live gameplay. In this scenario, we're going to be going down a dodge, down the righty alley. I'm going to be getting a slide. I'm going to be insiding and recovering. So kind of how I got to set the scene by myself. I have to visualize everything from my skills. I got to start inside, my sticks in, feet out, going up to approach the ball as it would be right here, getting in, getting my top foot up, making sure I'm forcing the ball down the side. Start backpedaling, flip my hips, force the ball down the side. Now I got to think the slide's coming in. I'm going to pinch and double for a second until the ball either is thrown away or he's running away from the slide. Once that happens, I'm going in, and I'm bumping out my backside. So I just have to visualize all of this that's going in my head. And you can do this at any part of the field.
Hey, Coach Miller here with BTB Lax, and I want to reiterate some of the things that Coach McEvoy was just talking about with shadow boxing. So we're going to get back on the field with him quickly, but I wanted to show you some clips from the recent Syracuse Notre Dame game where those offensive players are getting to the middle of the field. So when you're doing shadow boxing, you want to, like as Coach McEvoy talks about, visualize everything. Really set the stage in your head on what's happening. And the first thing that's going to happen is you want to force your guy into the right spots in anticipation of the slide coming, and then you recover. But if for instance, when you're guarding that guy from up top, if you let him get to the middle of the field, then the slide package gets messed up, and that leads to goals. So in this one, I want to go over some of the key points that Coach McEvoy is going to talk about on the field. All right, here's a great example. You see the defender doing a great job. Number 30, forcing him down. Slide comes, he recovers. All right, now ball gets worked around. Now you're going to see a midi coming out, getting the ball hander. 8 gets to the middle of the field, scores. We'll take a look at it again. So in the shadow defense, when you're doing this on your own, you really want to emphasize getting your offensive guy to go where you want him. Don't let them dictate the direction. So force him down the alley. In this case, don't let him get over the top into the middle of the field. All right, as you'll hear Coach McEvoy talk about, you can do this alone. So you don't need anybody else to get out there and get defensive work in. All you need to do is have a field and your cleats. And then you want to visualize everything. Set the stage. Like, really understand what's going on, where you want your guy to go, where you want to enforce. You can do this at different spots on the field. You can do it from the wing. You can do it up top. You can do it in the middle. You can do it at X. You want to get that top foot up, and then you're going to backpedal and open your hips correctly. Coach McEvoy is going to show you that on the field. And then the big thing that I want to stress, I'm going to show you some clips right now, is don't let your man cross the middle of the field. For instance, another scenario is when you're at X, you don't want your man to get above you to get to the middle of the field. You want to turn him back. So now let me show you some clips from a recent college game between Syracuse and Notre Dame, and then we'll get back out on the field to see some more reps by Coach McEvoy. All right, here we go.
And there's a common denominator. They're getting to the middle of the field. This time Meyer swims the defender right here with this swim move, and he's just staring at that net. So a lot like Dobson, right? They're coming out of their dodges, and they have a clean look at Thompson in the case.
So no matter how they get to the middle of the field is bad. So there the swim move gets them to the middle of the field. A split dodge right to left on that side would get them to the middle of the field. Don't let it happen.
That is a lot to ask.
Curry, he's going to let it go. And scores, breaks the drought. That's a beautiful goal by Brendan Curry, his 21st of the year for the Orange captain.
All right, here you see he's bringing his guy over there. The defender should have that top foot up, force him down the side, but he lets him get across to the middle. A very well-placed shot leads to a goal. So when you're doing the shadow defense, force him to the spots you want.
Say it's coming from the wing. I got to force the ball. Same kind of mindset is I want to get that top side approach, make sure the ball goes down the side, force the ball down, slide comes, double, 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 inside, bump out, and continuously going. Now, you don't need any help. You don't need anyone else to do this. This is why this is one of my favorite drills to practice. But you have to make sure that you're doing all of your technique correctly, making sure that your foot is on the top side so you can force the ball down. You're backpedaling, you're properly flipping your hips, making sure your form has to be exactly perfect so you can replicate game-like scenarios and also practices. And then boom, 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 boom. There. Woo. I got ball, I got ball, I got ball. I got ball, I got ball, I got ball. I got ball, I got ball. I got ball, I got ball. I really do think this is a great drill to practice. I got this from my defensive coach at Penn State, Coach Notre. He's now the head coach at Gettysburg right now. Well, I'm out of shape, that's why.